Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's One Funny Morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday.
Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our small
murder
town.
in New Jersey.
He was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerto de Clima?
that's Stella! Yeah.
Good morning and uppy, uppy, uppy. Welcome to sunny little Vero Beach, Florida, and it is a gorgeous but chilly day. Too cold to even think about swimming, but it is spring break around here. Finally found a packing spot, and here's a little glimpse of our side of the Atlantic. Very calm and peaceful. Great way to end my spring break week as a tired teacher. Anyway, hope you are having a great day, and let's go ahead and welcome our host, Dina Blizzard.
Good morning. Oh, Lulu. Hey, Lulu. I'm getting something delivered right now. Hey, get over here. Hey, hey. Okay. Just so you know, Lulu is protecting the house, and this is what Boopy's doing. Boopy's like, yeah, you should get them. You should. You. I'm gonna sit here and just watch this table. But let Lou. Just so you know, this is as far as Boopy's willing to go with protecting the house. She's like, yeah, what she said. What? Yeah, don't. They're not coming in. What? She's a supervisor, exactly. She's like, yeah, you doing a good. Okay. Are they not? All right. Oh yeah. Okay, I did it. I got this. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Booby's like, we did a great job. We protected everybody. I was just okay. Booby, good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, you did it. Good job. Good work. She's like, I think I really scared people. I really scared them. Yeah. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. She's like, did you see what I did? I did it. He's gone, right? He's gone. Boob. Boob. It's fine. It's fine. He's gone now. He's okay. Yeah. Oh, don't touch me. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna stare in that door. Yeah, she protected my foot, Shakendra. If he murdered my head, she can't help me. But my foot, then she's like, dude, and if you came any closer to me, she would take off and be like, you should stop that. Okay. Yeah, no, Jessica. She's going to sit here and stare at that door now for the rest of the time. So funny. Okay. Emery, do you see them now? Okay, so I want to go back to the video that just played because I loved it. That was Terry in Vero Beach. And I thought, oh my gosh, Terry must live down here full time, and this is Vero Beach. But then she said, I went to the park, calm. And I was like, she's from Boston. Terry, tell me I'm wrong. I don't know if Terry's here this morning, but I was like, she is not a native of Florida. I can tell you that. That Boston accent. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. I went on a date with a guy from Boston during my dating time. I had no idea what he was saying. I giggled the whole time. And I didn't want to keep saying, I have no idea what you're saying. So I just shook my head a lot. But it was deep. And it was so rude. You know what I mean? And not, I mean, I'm sure it's sexy, but not like the same way that like Mickey McNally's Irish accent just makes your pants come off. Not the same. And I wonder, do people in Boston hear it? Like if you're on a date with a guy from Boston, but you're from Boston. Jessica, you can't. And I don't understand it. I'm sorry. This cornbread is so good, you guys. Oh, look who this is. Who are you? She's like, I'm the queen. I just protected you. Leave me alone. So it was funny. People think I'm from Boston when I talk in Nope, Rhode Island. Really, Vian? Is that usually when we see each other, we shout, do you have a quarter? Is it, how do they say? It's funny R's, right? Cuckoo. It still makes me laugh literally every time it goes off, I laugh. So with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, your pants are gone. Well, maybe half of that is true, but I don't know. Matt Damon, I don't know. He can he doesn't always sound like he's from Boston. She lives in Florida full time. Not sure how long she's been there, at least since when I met her in Boca. Really? Well, that accent's not going anywhere. Park the car. That's what it is. So fun. All right, let's not lick that in the morning show. Let's not. Let's be lady. And she's like, really? Be a lady? You're going to come at me with be a lady? All right, so last night, we had Kevin on the show. Dr. Kevin, who was adorable. If you didn't get a chance to watch, you should go back. He definitely has like a vibe. And I was like, let me see if I can catch this train. Like every interview, you're like, how fast is this train going? But he was so funny. Just a very dry sense of humor. I could have listened to him talk about frogs for like an hour. He was so serious about the frogs. His delivery. So good. I'm not going to eat anymore. They say cockies like cockies. I know. So laid back. Never been married. No kids. He's like a unicorn. So I'm looking forward to the frogs confused me. No, well, that's what was so funny, Carrie, is that he was like saying this, like, the frogs just weren't into it. They're not reliable. And I've often thought that. Yeah, I don't even know who I am today. You know what? I have so many meetings back to back today that I was like, I got to be on time. You know, when you go to the doctors and you're the 8:30 appointment and they're already late, and you're like, I'm the first appointment. They're like, no, we had 6 people before you. I'm like, how? What time do I got to be here in order for you to take me on time? I don't get it. Anyway, watching hockey with the husband and dad last night. I missed it. Oh, you have to go back. I know. Well, it was so funny because he was like, my dog just passed. Hold on, I have something to show you. And I was like, is he going to bring the dog? And then it was a turtle. I mean, just so many. Yeah. All right. Yeah, all right. Mia's got a job interview at 10. Mia, do you want us to give you a mock interview? It's 8:40. Are you dressed? Did you fix your hair? First question. Tell me something about yourself. What would you say, Mia? I don't have pants on. I don't really want to work for you. What if it was on it? Okay, can we just talk about honesty in interviews? Because I have been telling everybody about love on the spectrum, and I think I am absolutely drawn to the honesty, the pure honesty that is in not just their dating life, but just their everyday life. You know, like Connor. Is that his name, Connor? And Tanner. Tanner's just, it's just love. It's just love. Just smiles and love. I love every bit of it. And I'm obsessed. There was a clip. It said, it was on Instagram, and it said, I only want to be with somebody who says this when I walk away from the table, or when he walks away. So basically it was, Connor was on a date and he gets up to go to the bathroom, and he's mic'd all the time. And honestly, the things that he says to himself, Cindy, Abby, and David, just everything. But Connor walks away from the table, and he's walking to the bathroom, but he talks to himself. And he was like, oh my gosh, she is the love of, I don't want to say the love of my life, but I think she might be. And he just does this whole diatribe about how he doesn't want to be away from her for very long. I know, Kim, that was so beautiful. And so it was like, I don't want to be with a man who doesn't say all these things when I leave the table for 5 minutes. And so I sent it to Jason, and I said, you probably say, no, not while he's on the toilet. No, just on the way. It was like a long walk to the bathroom. So he's just saying this stuff as he's going through this restaurant, and like, no, Shakendra, why would they record him on the toilet? I mean, Shakendra, why am I answering this question? Yes. But I sent it to Jason, and I said, I'm positive that when I step away for 2 minutes, that these are the words you say to yourself. Oh my gosh, she is the love of my life. How did I live without her for this long? That is what I believe. Yeah. She just took a beautiful moment. Exactly. I don't watch it. I thought that she was saying, no, they don't record him in the bathroom. Nobody wants that. How would that make for good television? Although, remember that guy? He was in a meeting. He was running the meeting, and then he stepped away, went to the bathroom, and they heard everything. And they were running. Yeah, no, he probably says, oh my gosh, she's a looker. That's what I'd like to believe she said. Let me ask you a question. What do you imagine that your partner says about you when you walk away from the table? play a game. Let's play a game called What I Wish He'd Say versus what he actually says. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, Kim. It's Abby and David were the best. He said, I knew I loved you on our first date. Abby said, I was on our first date. And David says, you were? No, the best was they were on the safari. And she says, David, I love you. You are the one I love because you always treat me like a princess. And he says, you too. I love you, Abby, because you always treat me like a Power Ranger. And for the rest of my life, if I'm ever not in a good mood, I want you to just come up to me and say, you treat me like a Power Ranger. And it tickles me. And we were watching the episode and it comes up and I said, Jason, why don't you ever say stuff like that to me? I always treat you like a Power Ranger and you've not once thanked me. It just, yeah. Everybody says, thank God, a few minutes of peace, said Beth. Marie said, thank God she's gone. My teenager does head selfies on the toilet. Jacqueline likes to FaceTime me from the toilet on the regular. I've gotten to the point where if I pick up the phone, I'm like, where are you? And then I hang up. Brian said, the person said, thank goodness he's gone. Melissa said, I'm sure he said something like, I thought I'd never get rid of her. Alice said, he says, hey, listen, while you're up, can you get me, yep, no, that's real. Kelly said, is she coming back? My probably says, she ever going to shut up? Renee said, I wish she would talk louder. He's hard of hearing. Thank God she's gone. I thought she would never shut up. Finally, a moment of silence. Mine would say, damn, if only I can get her to keep some of that ish in her head. What does it mean to treat someone like a Power Ranger anyway? Nobody knows, Rebecca. I don't even know what it means, but I'd like to believe that I have at least been partially treating Jason like a Power Ranger. Because my husband's probably saying, thank God, no more animal or bird facts. Yeah. I don't know what Jason's thinking when I get up from the table. He's so funny because he can always tell when something's wrong because I stop talking. And he'll just be like, what's going on? I go, nothing. I like to believe there's like regular Dina and then like menopausal Dina. And those are two different people. I'm lovely. I don't want to speak for her because she got a lot going on. And I've tried to talk to her about it, but she's not really like talkative. And if she is, it's not nice. And so when I'm around, Jason and I have a great time. But she's tough. She is a lot. And I don't know. I mean, I try to let Jason know like when she's going to come over. But sometimes she just pops in. And surprised everybody. And she is angry. For what reason? Nobody knows. Yeah. And so like on any random car ride, I could, mine was Menopausal Millie and she was a real bee. So on any random car ride, I will fill that car ride up with stories galore. And then that will stop. And you'll know. It's independent George and relationship George. It's basically the same thing. There's regular Dina and then menopausal Dina. And they're not the same. Mm-mm. No, did you ever just get mad and like you don't even know why? Do you know what I mean? You just feel it in your bones. The other day, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said to me. He was making perfect sense. Now, I couldn't tell him that. But he was making fine sense. And he had a black shirt on. But Menopausal Tina was there. And I don't know what he was saying. But I just looked at him after he was done making fine sense. And I looked at him. And I stared at him. And he goes, what? I go, I feel like painting a giant X right on your shirt. I think I had bait in my hand. And he was like, I was like, just. And then we stared at each other in an eyeball showdown. I was mad at my husband yesterday and he wasn't even home. I tell my family today, you might lose your face, so don't ask or breathe. Just like, I don't. And so, you know, I mean, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I'm lovely. We should make a shirt that says, I'm lovely. And then on the back, say, I'm menopausal. And you could turn it. You could turn the shirt. Hey, fellas. I think that might be my best new idea. Brooke, let me ask you a question. If I had a shirt that said, I'm lovely on the front, and then said, I'm menopausal on the back, and I could just turn the shirt based on how I was feeling. Would that be helpful to you to like know what you've walked into? Huh? It is funny. It's because, you know what? It's not funny to you because you have the loins of a 20-year-old.
I used to have every menopausal symptom you can imagine.
You don't have menopausal symptom. Girl, you don't even know what you're saying.
The night sweats, the hot flashes. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
Are they working?
Kitchen. Yeah,
Do you have any other type of milk? Like, I asked them for...
I just milk. That's the milk I have. Mm-hmm. That would be a number one present on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up. It's called Wendy. Now, here's my thought. My thought, and this is why I'm going to get jammed up. The menopausal shirt should be the V-neck, right? But that means the back is going to come up real high. Let's think it through. It's an off-the-shoulder shirt, so you can spin it around real fast. Oh, so smart. So that's a different shirt than we normally do. Mm-hmm. Apricot. So when you wear your sexy apricot shirt. Yeah, she said, trust me. I know. Did you hear, Ollie? She was like, trust me. I know exactly what you're going to. Girl. Your 20-year-old loins. Maybe you turn it inside out. Yeah, but then you got to take your top off. Double V-neck. I don't think they make them. It needs to be a scoop boat neck. A V on both sides. Mm-hmm. With a built-in fan for hot flashes. Maybe we sell it with a fan. And for the first time ever, our shirts come with a fan. When is Mother's Day? It's coming up. We'd have to. Oh, that's such a quick turnaround. I don't know if I'm that good. All right, let me tell the team. See what they say. Hey, ladies, what about a shirt that says "I'm lovely" on the front and I'm menopausal on the back. Maybe it should say warning, I'm menopausal. Scoop neck. Can we do it before Mother's Day? This is going to make Wendy's head spin. May 11th. Mm-hmm. Did I say boat neck, scoop neck. Mm-hmm. Make it a tank top. Not everybody likes tank tops. Did you know menopause is 1 day? What does that mean, Nicole? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I called my husband at work yesterday crying because the new cabinets arrived instead of the new flooring. He answered and it threw me off. So by the time he called me back, I was normal again. Menopause sucks. Crying 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Tank top with removable sleeves. You guys are getting real in depth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. I don't know. I kind of like menopausal on it. We don't see that word enough in society. Mm-hmm. A reversible knee. Yeah, Madeline, I'm sure that exists, but I don't know that our supplier. I don't know that our supplier has a menopausal line. These shirts are probably made for baseball teams. So they don't really care about the woes of the menopausal woman. Mm-hmm. I'm almost 64. I think I'm beyond that shirt. Marie, listen, nobody's beyond that shirt. Oh, hold on. Can we make it? I'm very happy you're thinking about merch. Oh, that's fine. Hello? Yes? Hold on 1 second. Brooke? You're on your way for the Lowe's delivery. All right, hold on 1 second. It looks like one part of the delivery came already, and you're going to do the other part. Okay. Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Bye. I was like, are they going to deliver? I got a door and a window. I thought they were coming together, but no. Okay. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you already delivered it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm 70 and not menopausal. You mean you're past it, Patty? Because listen, you can use it as an excuse just for the rest of your life. Just forever. I plan on. If I live to 105, I'll be like, guys, I'm menopausal. Like, I will never take responsibility for my feelings. No, I will always blame my vagina forever. Mm-hmm. So I've been for 4 years. I'm tired. So now I speed it up. I've been ready to be 47 now. Aaron, you got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Past that and happy about it. Yeah. But listen, don't take it off the table, ladies, because I'm going to rock menopausal for so long. So long. Yeah. Booby believes that she's blending in. Mm-hmm. She blends in with the couch, and then Jason can't see her. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. It's so funny. Dina, look up menopause. It's literally 1 day. Oh, I heard. So I saw your explanation. You're like, it's the day that you don't get your period for 12 months. Yeah, but I think that when people talk about it, that everybody's talking about just the period of time that it takes you to go from being normal I don't know that I was ever normal. Just that whole, I mean, think about it. You are perimenopausal until the time when you are a, I don't know if you ascend a period for 12 months and you're officially menopausal. Yeah. Yeah. So it just takes too long. Oh, the wildfires. Yeah. The wildfires in New Jersey. It's not completely unusual for us. We have a lot of like pine barrens here. Where I grew up, we weren't far from a section of the pine barrens. It's a big part of our state. We have a lot of natural kind of resources and areas that are protected. But the pine barrens get very dry, mostly in the summer season. So we'll have some forest fires then that just kind of, this one is unusual to be happening this time of year. And they said like 3,000 people have been told to evacuate from their homes and their businesses. It's very unusual. But no, it's in like central Jersey. And so it's not near where I was. But yeah, horrible. Absent. Yeah. Okay. I was like, is Judy using fancy words I don't understand? Sometimes when I read your comments, I'm like, am I so dumb that I don't know these words? Or did they just mess up when they were keyboarding? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So a little kooky. I'm normally moody, so I've been menopausal since 6. Yeah. I don't know that I no guest this morning. Does Jersey Shore run the length of state? Pretty much, Lisa. It's I think Sandy Hook is probably like just south of like the New York crossings, and then it'll run all the way down to Cape May, which is our lowest point. So it's quite beautiful, and all of the Jersey towns have just real different personalities and real different histories. Some have been around, like Cape May is like Victorian. It's been around forever. Other ones like Wildwood is really like, if you go there, you'll see like real like Art Deco facades. And they kind of went into disrepair, and then they brought them back, but kept them in the 50s. So some of them, Ocean City is like very much of like a family resort. It's a dry town. Yeah, Wildwood is crazy. I mean, you can just stand on, and that's why when the show Jersey Shore came out, everybody was like, this is just like the Jersey Shore. I'm like, this is not. This is like one of them. Might be one of the more entertaining ones for sure, but they're all really different. Yeah. I feel like everybody used to go to Wildwood, right, Jim? So, all right, Mia, go get ready for your interview. Let us know how it goes. We'll be waiting to hear from you tomorrow morning. Oh, and tonight is our open mic night. If anybody, Mia, you could join us for open mic sometime, and we can help you practice. It's really been so fun and really interesting to hear from people and get to know people and what their journeys are on, and listening to them share. So we look forward to it. So if you're around tonight, join us for that. Gloucester has been established in 1623. It was called the Poor Man's Atlantic City. Interesting. Yeah. And then there's like towns like Avalon, Stone Harbor. I don't even think they let poor people just walk through there. Like the towns are just, some of the shore towns are just so expensive. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty interesting. It's exciting. Asbury Park is pretty. If a gay friendly community, rainbows painted on the streets. Locals were so nice. Bon Jovi territory. Yeah. Wildwood is where the U.S. Coast Guard recruits. Still, I know, Holly. How far away from the wildfire in Ocean County? It's very scary. Yeah. So I'm not in Ocean County, so there's probably so pretty far from there. Ocean County is like north and central from where I am. So we used to go to Seaside Heights when I was a kid. Yeah. When we were younger, we used to go to some of the northern shores, but yep, Sea City is another good one. A lot of bars in Sea City, mostly bars in the center of town in Sea City. And Cape May, Ocean City. Yeah, Stacy, it's so pretty. But yeah, they were all great. And we used to go down to like Manahawkin, Long Beach Island. So fun. I guess I should push that forward. Hold on. I'm going to try to get it on time. All right. Let's see. So anyway, I know, Lorraine, Sea City was a good one. It's so funny because I was just talking to some of the youngins around here about, you know how you have your friend group when you're younger, especially in like your later high school, college years, where you might be going to parties. And I was just saying, like who you hang with during your party years, that, like you have to have like similar rules, like Sherry was my like person when we were in college, and we had a handful of rules, but they were hard and fast rules. Like if you go to a party, you go to the party together, you leave together. You never, like we would go to fraternity party. You never go into a fraternity guy's room. You never go home with somebody. We leave together. If one goes to the bathroom, we all go to the bathroom. I think I've told you my Sherry bathroom stories. But like, did you have like rules when you were going out with your friends? Like, just to make sure each other were safe. You know what I'm saying? To push the leaf up on a little to speed it up. You need to push the leaf up on the pendulum to speed it up. Push the leaf up? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Jim. I just did it, but I don't know. We'll check it tomorrow. Yeah, no man left behind. We came together, we leave together. I could send them with that cute, but I know she's a sweetheart. She knows that there are people in the house, so now she's looking around. We still have rules when we go out. Yeah, never accept a drink from someone at the bar. Yeah, and I think I told you, one of my girlfriend's friends did not abide by these rules. I was like, I'm not going out with her anymore. I'm not a babysitter. I'm not going to go. I can't leave unless I know you're fine, which is my toxic trait. And then I just ruined my whole night. Don't think we had rules we said to each other, but we did have rules. Brooke, when you go out with your friends, do you guys have rules for when you go out?
During the year, I can't even. I usually, my friends know I can't even really hang out. It's like,
But if you go to a party, you're like, hey, we all stick together. Nobody
I haven't
leaves.
done that since like the beginning of my college career.
Now you're a busy junior.
Although
Five
me and my
months.
friends went to the thrift store the other day. I haven't seen them in like months.
Mm-hmm.
But this summer I'll be 21. So I don't know what we'll do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like kind of scared of
Scared of what?
I'm like not scared of drinking, but since I had like a fear of throw up when I was younger, now
Oh.
it definitely plays into it. So
Well, you just gotta drink responsibly.
also I just don't think I'm like a. I don't know. I don't know if it's like. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to like a vineyard or something. I don't know what to do for my birthday.
A vineyard.
A vineyard.
You want to go to a vineyard
because
for your birthday?
some of my friends won't be 21 yet, so if I go to a vineyard, they can come.
But I'm 21. I could go to a vineyard with you.
But they can come, right? They just can't drink. Plus, I like vineyards.
Okay.
But is that
I
expensive?
did not know you liked vineyards.
Do you have to pay to get into the vineyard?
You're just saying the word vineyard a lot now. I don't know. Like, well, there's like in the summer, Chris and I used to go to this one
I remember.
vineyard. Remember? And they'd have music and we'd sell Chardonnay go
But
there.
you just pay for your food, right?
So I feel like you might have. I think there was a charge to attend for sure.
Well,
So-
no, we went to a different one. Remember the one that was in like South Jersey? It's like outside. Grandma came. The llama.
Oh yeah. You can just go have lunch or dinner.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Whose baby is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Anne Marie said, Brooke, my daughter's the same fear and it's real. She's now our designated driver.
Oh.
I know. Brooke's going to be 21, y'all.
Do you want to see the video I took of? I was trying to eat my croissant. And
Shut
she's
up.
always there.
This is Brooke trying to eat her croissant from this morning. It says, I'm never alone.
Oh, are they back there? They're not in the thing, right?
Yeah, I can see him. They're
Uh,
Yeah, you better go tell him that floor is all.
well, should I start on another side, like the bathroom or something?
Yeah, but that whole other part is real. It's all got the glue on it, so you got to tell them. I'm sure it won't take them long to figure it out, but go talk to
where
them.
Are the other,
They're all
gloves?
brothers. You'll love them.
Wait, you mean the quadruplets or whatever? Right?
Well, they're triplets.
Okay, yeah,
and then
no,
there's
I meant
another
them.
brother.
I meant them.
All right, well, go say hi. The gloves I put on top of the fridge.
What fridge? That fridge?
Yes, because that's the one that's in there.
Like the gardening gloves.
Oh no, they're in the bins outside. Hopefully, I'm waiting for Andrew to come over so we could fill these up.
I know. I really like. There's like that little patio to the side where it has a little fire thing. I want to drink coffee there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What you got there?
Mm-hmm. Are not drinking anywhere near what we did because the cost is so yeah. Those are basically all my clothes that she steals. Mm-hmm. My store has kitchen towels that say every bite you take I'll be watching you, because Diane has her like dog grooming business. That's so funny. It's so true. Yesterday I tried to take Booby to the Carriage house to go hang out with Brooke and I, and we'll tell him what you did. Tell him what you did. Tell him what you did. How you didn't listen and you ran away. You want to tell him that you did that? that you do whatever you want because you're pretty and you have pretty privilege? Mm-hmm. She does whatever she wants. She rules the whole house. My boob? Yeah, Aaron. I know. Okay. 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 What is this carriage house you speak of? It's back there. I'm gonna try to work on some videos to show you. There's a lot. I know. She's not happy about it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I know. Bored. She's got her eye on that door. She's not playing. She's like, there's already been some people here, and I'm just waiting for more people. What is a carriage house? Great question. A carriage house is a building that used to be basically garages for horses and carriages years and years ago. And so some, Eileen, you have to come over, you and Danielle. Some houses have them, and this one, also built in 1909, had an apartment built above it. Okay, Judy. Uh-huh. Do you have a carriage house port attached to your house? It's a separate building. So you see that little window right there? That's part of it. And so there was a renter in the apartment upstairs, and then there were 3 bays at the bottom that were used like as a garage. I have come up with the idea of trying to convert the bottom part into a kitchen and living room, and to make the house that used to be just one floor with a garage underneath it, turn the garage into a kitchen living room. And then this would, instead of being like a studio apartment, would be like a bedroom with a bathroom and closet or something. So, yeah. Oh, I would love that, Eileen. I need some good ideas. So I was not expecting to do this project, but we have had to go through some zoning things with the township, and trying to get a renter in sooner than later. How nice. Is it for Di? No. Mm-hmm. I do have the, it'll be rented, Moon. We rented a carriage house years ago. It was out in the country. It was beautiful. Yeah. Just a renter. I'm not sure exactly who, although it's so funny because there's a lot of contractors coming through now, and it's all dudes, you know? And so I'll go in, I'm like, hey, this is what the plan is. We're trying to do, boom, boom. And all of them like, here's all the dudes. Oh, this is going to be, because it's very like industrial, just kind of like, no, you're not allowed to run Airbnbs here, LaFive, in this township. So it has to be a long-term rental. So we won't be furnishing it or anything. It's just really just kind of getting it up to code. Yeah. So it'll be very cool. It has the barn door, the carriage house doors on it. It has 3 sets of carriage house doors, all in different phases of. One is in great shape, one is okay, and one is not in good shape. So they had to be rebuilt. So my friend Tommy, the comedian, America's Funniest Handyman, he's on my schedule, and he is a master carpenter. So I I'm looking forward to having him, really. I think that with buildings like this, that it's really important to try to get them back up to their original usage and really just kind of renovate it as best you can to the time period. The only problem was the shared driveway. Yeah, no, this one has its own drive and parking and all that. So it's pretty unique. So we'll see. It's very different than anything that I've worked on before. But so Brooke is helping me. There's hardwood floor in the whole thing, but somewhere along the line, somebody started putting linoleum down in 2 rooms, and then somebody else put linoleum down, and then somebody else put linoleum down. So there are 3 levels of linoleum on this floor, and I want to get her. So that's what Brooke's working on. Is she's working on ripping it up, and then I got to find how much it'll be to get somebody in here to sand down. So I have somebody come in between 9:30 and 10. My first hardwood floor people to come and see, if they can sand it down and bring it back to life. And the thing is like, some of the walls, are crooked and lumpy, and the floors aren't perfect. But you're like, this is 100, because it's built in 1909, so it's 114 years old. So, yeah, no, Kimberly, it's very cool. It's very cool. So we'll see. Yeah. It is, and that's not Commando. That isn't even the windows. The windows are actually the worst part. So I'm gonna wait until everything's kind of done and then start to work. When do you do the show with Steve Chevrolet's? Jody, that's a great question. May, maybe? Yeah, May 31. I know. I think so, Judy. So the windows are going to be the hardest part because they're the original windows. They're wood, and a lot of the panes of glass are broken. So I've got to either find a friend of Jason's has done like window restoration before. I can't afford to replace them because they're just, in order to do it, you have to get a wood window. They're just ridiculous. Has lead paint been an issue for you guys? So I've learned a lot about lead paint from our painter. And yeah, I mean, you have to remediate it correctly. But the painters have been really good about it. So it's, it's not horrible, but yeah, there are definitely certain things you have to do to prep it. So that's it. So, how long was it rented last? The last guy was here for like 4 years. Yeah, the history that I know, Kay, is that it was built in 1909. This side of the house that you see right here, which is where we were on New Year's Eve, that part is an addition. The woman that lived here before us had MS, and so she had that addition built, and it was a pool house, so there was a pool in there. And so she when Jason bought it, he filled the pool in and turned it into like the music studio that we were in before. And why does it keep doing thumbs up? And but otherwise, Jason's done a nice job of kind of renovating it back to its original glory. Like I said, we did the boiler downstairs when I moved in, and he was taking the boiler out, and he said, this boiler is 83 years old. And we paid an astronomical amount of money to replace it, and that boiler will probably last 15 years. The boiler that lasted 83 years was probably $200, which would have been $1 million when it was put in. And the one we put in is astronomical and will probably last. Yeah, there's radiators everywhere. And I didn't think that they would work very well, but they're fantastic in the winter. I mean, we still had fires going a lot. Does the house have copper pans underneath the showers? Not that I know of, Kyle. I don't know. I've never seen that before. And there's no AC, so I don't know how that's going to go this summer. You know, like I would come and like visit Jason in the summer, but I have not lived here in the summer. So girl, you know, I'm going to find one room and just put like 6 air conditioners in it. I'll just be like, this is where I live in the summer. Do you wish the pool had not been filled in? No. I mean, it wasn't in great shape, I don't think. And the pool, the studio is so beautiful. Yeah, no, he has units that he puts in all over the house. So, you know, there's still AC. But I don't know. I don't know that like I have like my AC temperature for my houses that I used to live in. Keep it nice and cool. It's going to be spotty. You know what I mean? That is the drawback to the old house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, April. Actually, Brooke just moved down to Dean's room because she found out his air conditioning. She's up in that 3rd floor, but yeah. Maybe Sharon eventually we would put some mini splits in, but with all this construction, yeah, going on right now. I'm just dealing with things that need to be, dealt with at the moment. So anyway, all right, everybody. Well, it's time to get to work. So thanks for being here. And today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Friday. No. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I think we're here. So that's it, everybody. Have a great day. Like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say all the time, I'm menopausal or I'm lovely. I'm going to go work on that shirt today. I gotta think of a design. We'll see what happens. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Blessed day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.